So I'm out at Lake Isabella. I seen the weather forecast today. It was supposed to be virtually no wind, and surprisingly, they were right. And out here catching some specks, or crappie as they call them out here, specks in the south. And I think I've caught right around 20, 22, somewhere in there. But I'm trolling poles behind the boat. I was trolling a big jerk bait, and like probably 7-inch, and I caught a speck on that crappie. And then I had a little rattle trap. I throw it out and it sinks to the bottom. I kind of dead stick it, and then I'm like, doop doop doop, got a fish reeled in, catfish on a rattle trap, or a rattling rapala, but very close, same thing. So I had a little rattling rapala sitting in the water like 2 inches deep, and the pole starts jerking. I look around, and just with it sitting in that deep, there was a crappie. It came up and grabbed it, and you can see the water is just nasty. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna keep some of the crappie and give them to the folks on the bank, because I think, like I say, I think I've caught like 22, and I've seen there's a lot of other folks that aren't catching anything, and everyone likes to eat these. And so I normally like to catch and release, but I think I'll give some of the fish to different folks. Oh wow. Well, I thought I had a fish on that big plug, but it's just dragging on the bottom. That's kind of the fun. It's annoying having out 4 or 5 poles. It's a lot of extra work, but as soon as you forget about it, oh yeah, let me reel this thing in. So by the way, that's a 5,000 BG. That's more for, like, I'll be using that for surf casting in Baja, Mexico, for rooster fish and stuff. But just to show you how bizarre this is, with 60-pound leader, I was able to catch a speck on this guy. So it's a Yozuri silver minnow, and but pretty good sized lure with 60-pound mono. Everyone's like, oh, you got to use light line. You do. It definitely helps. My 4-pound setup is catching a lot more than the other ones, but you can also catch them on that. So all right, cool. I'll hope to get some video here. I hadn't had this thing out in like 2.5 hours, but the fishing's pretty good, so I'll try to make a video. So today, by far the most popular color, I've tried 2 or 3 different colors, and I forget who makes these little jig heads, but they're a really nice quality hook and very, very sharp point, a little bit stouter than the normal ones. And I'm just rigging it up with this chartreuse like that, and that's been the key today. I've tried white and I've tried pink and white, which has worked pretty good, but the just straight chartreuse has been the go-to. So kind of easy breezy. All right, just got one off the back trolling. You know, and I have been letting all these go, and man, once again, that I changed this one over to chartreuse, and got a nice bite. I think we're gonna keep a few of these for the folks on the shore over there. Seems like they're kind of having a tougher time catching them, and the wind, I just can't believe how laid down the lake is today. Oh, just got another one. Cool. Yep, this is definitely the spot. It's right here. Oh, that one feels like a nice one. That's a pig. Yeah, so this is the other color, is the white with the chartreuse head. Man, they're not quite on the bed yet. I almost hate to kill them because you can see all the eggs in there. So maybe that's what I'll do, is try to keep the ones that aren't as fat and let go of the ones that are going to breed. Man, it's so nice. I like leaving the lure in there so I remember what color was working. I've got a terrible memory, a lot of brain damage, so my phone is kind of my memory. And that's so nice. So I think that's number 24, I think 23, 24. Awesome. So this probably isn't the best use of time when the fish are just going off, but as you can see, I got a nice little collection of bobbers going there, and I'm so cheap that I'll hardly buy bobbers, but I also like just getting up all this monofilament and stuff. But you can see all the bank guys get hung up in these brush piles, And so it's a nice way to get some free bobbers. And this 360 drive on the Hobie, this is where it really shines, is on stuff like this, where, like for instance there, if I just had a regular drive, it'd be such a hassle try to get in there. But the 360, you do get so much more maneuverability instead of just having to go front back. Okay, so someone is using a white and blue. Here's another chartreuse. But yeah, these brush piles are full of these bobbers. So anyway, it's kind of cool to clean this stuff up while you're out here, I guess. And you get free bobbers. All right. Man, that's a pig. That's so nice. So that's, I think, number 25. Oh, I forgot to get a picture. Oh, I got another one back there. That's awesome. All right. Man. So this is officially, I've never done a lot of spec fishing before. Oh my gosh. So this is pretty crazy. Obviously this is a spot, because if you can see that pole, there's one on there and one on that pole over there. I really need to get the GoPro set up with the and this isn't on anything special. This is like 14-pound fluorocarbon. Yep, that's a nice one. So that's 3 fish in like 2 minutes. And then oh. This is awesome. What a good problem to have. So once again, this is on 14-pound fluoro too. So if you're in them, I think you're in them. Great fish though. Man, these things are so delicious. Like I say, I've never kept them before. I've definitely eaten them. A lot of my friends keep them, but I think I'm lucky and I'm out here in the hot spot. And all those folks up on the bank, I think they've only caught 4 or 5 this morning, so I'll keep some of these and go up and give it to them.
Get the thing.
Yeah, they seem to really like that chartreuse.
Oh yeah.
And if you guys want, we might be able to just pick up the cooler and just dump them in there if you want.
Oh, I ain't got no problem with picking up the fish. None of it. I was my sister.
Right?
She would be in a panic. She won't even grab a worm.
And what happened was there's like a ledge that runs right along here. So I was just kind of following that ledge, and I'd go out to about the point and then just turn around and go back. Yeah, you guys have a good one. Good luck. Well, there's a saying that I hate to say, no good deed goes unpunished. Wind just picked up. I gave those guys my fish. I mean, this rod isn't but 30 or 40 bucks, but still, as they were leaving, the rod got caught up against the boat and smashed. And oh man, that's a real bummer, because I don't have a lot of good rods. But it's ironic, I've got a lot of little cheapy Shakespeare rods, so this $35 Berkeley lightning rod was one of my most expensive that I have now. It doesn't really matter for these crappie, anything works, but yeah, that's a bummer. Should have just minded my own business. Kept releasing them. Oh man, that's aggravating. Oh well, what are you gonna do? I did just pick up another speck while trolling. Oh, that's like a dark black one. Cool looking. Beauty. So that's 20 something. Can't remember, but sure is fun. The wind's finally picked up, but God, what a glorious morning. Boy, there's definitely a hot spot. Like they, as they normally do, they crowd up in one area for sure. And that's why it's so important I came out. And once again, this is 14-pound fluorocarbon, so nothing too stealthy, but there's so much algae in the water, it's hard for the fish to see. So we got 4 or 5 there, and we'd given those other guys 5, so some nice fish. Wow, so it has been top wind 2-3 miles an hour this morning, and now the wind's picked up. I don't know how strong it is, but I'm over here messing around and I've got some legit white caps. Like the truck's right over there. It's gonna be hard to see on the GoPro, but probably only a little less than half a mile away. But it's time to stop messing around, and I wanted to fish the other shoreline that'll be protected from the mountains and the wind anyway. So I think it's time to go get some fried chicken, get some gas, and God, I think we ended up catching 25, 26 specks or crappie. And so great day, a lot better than I expected. Just out here messing around, and with crappie fishing, I had no idea what I was doing, but like I say, I was really happy and really surprised. They seem to bite just fine on even 14-pound fluoro, which was a big surprise, but they really like that chartreuse color. So learn something new every day. But now I'm getting soaked and it is chilly out. It's probably 50s, and so that wind splashing in your face doesn't help at all. But still lucky to be out of the house. I'm off on Fridays anyway. Everyone's locked up with this quarantine. This is one of the lakes you're allowed to fish, and lucky to be out here, but it's gonna take a while to get back to the truck fighting this wind. So it got where, oh, a fish just jumped right out there. That's awesome. But the wind really picked up. It's hard to see here, but man, is it white capping over near where I was fishing earlier. So came back, but I got quite a haul of garbage and bobbers. So pretty proud of myself as far as being a cheapskate and not wanting to buy bobbers. I think I have a lifetime supply, and I was able to pick up a ton of monofilament and some old worm containers and things like that. So doing a little bit for me being a cheapskate, and also to clean up the lake a little bit. So win-win. I like it. So I was gonna plan on going over there. I'm gonna go over there and check it out, but looks like there's some serious rain coming, so I may just head on home. Pretty hungry, pretty tired, and my back is killing me, man. I have such a hard time getting that kayak on and off the roof. You know, when I have the camper, I'll have it rigged up with an easier way. And oh geez, you can clearly see I forgot to take my rudder up. So I always seem to do that. So here's where I was fishing. It's over on the southeast corner of the lake, if you're ever up at Isabella. And you can see from that photo that it's out of the water some of the time. But all these, that was a catfish on a Rapala. That guy had a pelican eat half his dome, and then just more crappie, more crappie, more crappie, more crappie, specks, crappie, and then lifetime supply of bobbers. Thanks for watching. I sure appreciate it.